Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and let's come back to Syria. And this time around, I'm going to talk about the counter-attack of ISIS. So ISIS has been rearing back its head again after seemingly disappearing from the scene in Syria for quite some time. Very low profile last year. This year, in January, the ISIS forces seems to been kind of stirred out of their nest because of the actions by the SDF, or the Kurdish forces that are backed by the Americans. So let's start off with that first. So the SDF has been doing massive arresting and operations all across the territory that they control. Like this report from the 2nd of January, they have arrested 11 ISIS member in Al-Hol, which is actually this refugee camp. They have arrested 11 over there, and there is also this all comes within this operation called Al-Jazeera Thunderbolt, and this operation is not just held in Al-Hol, but it's actually across entire of Ukraine. And there is also arrest in the 29th of December, operated at Tel Brak, at Tel Hamis as well, and by 31st of December they have arrested 52 ISIS members. So all these actions has been kind of stirring up the hornet's nest, and as a result, the ISIS forces starting to attack, starting to fight back. So in the area of Al-Raqqa, on the 24th of January, there is ISIS hit and run. This is just yesterday. This is one of the latest report where the ISIS on motorcycle open gunfire. Should be automatic gunfire, probably by rifles, at military vehicles of the SDF. And before that, we also have ISIS leaders getting arrested at Hittin, reported by the SDF themselves, the press, on the 5th of Jan. And there is also another 14 members arrested on 31st of December. All these arrests are coming all over the place. And then there is also an attack, in the eastern part of Al-Raqqa, by the ISIS, and which killed 2 of the SDF soldiers. And while all this craziness is happening, the US forces actually set up a new military base in Al-Raqqa, between these 2 bridges, probably along this open space. They probably are using this space, or maybe it could be around this area, to build a new military base. And in essence, this entire city of Al-Raqqa is now more or less under US control, as there are also reports of US patrols going around Al-Raqqa. And the ISIS attack continues outside of Al-Raqqa as well, in the southern part. 31st of December, there is ISIS attack in the desert, attacking military positions of the regime forces, which is the Syrian army. And there's also attack 2 days ago by ISIS against the Syrian guard post at the Al-Taqqa airport. So this is the Al-Taqqa airport. This airport is actually controlled exclusively by the Syrian government forces. And at one of the guard posts, the ISIS do another drive-by, and they killed 3 of these Syrian soldiers. So this is just Al-Raqqa itself. If we go to Deir, we also have alleged ISIS attack in the northern part of Deir, where there is a member of the Al-Bakir tribe. The body was found around this region along the Euphrates River. And outside of Deir, there is also attacks on the 31st of December, where 3 attacks were attacking the Syrian army positions within the oilfield regions. So the exact location is not so clear, because the mapping is tremendously horrible around this region. These things are probably, you know, the oil derricks. Yeah, around this region there is ISIS attack, and meanwhile, detracting away from the ISIS, we do have the Hezbollah, you know, setting up shop, you know, in Deir, and they even arrested 5 members of the Al-Qatarji members. The Al-Qatarji, if you are not sure, they're actually militias who are pro the Syrian government. So it's kind of weird stuff. And with this setup of this base, Deir on the western part of the river is now, you know, under Hezbollah control. So which is the Iranian back. Next to it is the SDF and the Americans, which is a really, you know, very complicated region. We also have fighting reported on the 2nd of January between SDF and ISIS. So a man in his 30s was shot dead by SDF patrol. So this guy was accused of belonging to the ISIS shell, and then they actually exchanged fire. So this guy is not innocent. He's actually armed, and then they have a firefight, and then he lost the firefight against the SDF. So and then at the US base, not really base, but, you know, in the control of this 2 oil field of the Al Omar and the Tanat oil field. The Al Omar oil field is actually under attack by unknown missile attacks. This is reported by CGTN, but of course this information is also being reported across other news network. This happened on the New Year Eve as well, you know, on the 31st of December, which was widely reported because it was attacking a US controlled thing. So this is likely to be ISIS as well, you know, some rocket attacks. And this is from the Deir region. And let's see, you know, do we miss anything? Yep. So so the fighting is not just between ISIS and the SDF, you know, or the Kurdish forces alone. The ISIS forces also, you know, operated in other places. Let me see, you know, within the south of in the central part of Syria, where most of the desert is. So there's heavy fighting also, you know, around this region, especially around Palmyra. So Palmyra, you know, is like this city in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of Syria, and this region doesn't seem to be very secure. There is a Russian military base at Palmyra along the airport, and it's actually the airport is not exactly known to be used as a particularly air base, probably because it's too remote, I guess. But there is a Russian outpost around here, but this does not deter ISIS from attacking a possible Hezbollah HQ in Palmyra. So this is reported by SyrianHR.com, where a Syrian member of the local Iran-backed militias was killed by ISIS soldiers. So you have the Iranian-backed militias, you know, fighting ISIS as well. So you know, and wonder who are the terrorists is really confusing. And in the middle of the desert, we also have fighting reported on the 31st of December, where military positions within the desert were attacked. And on the 9th of January, 10 days later, we have the ISIS attacking the Syrian military positions again in the desert as well, leading to several casualties. The details of the fighting is pretty unknown, and exact location of the fighting is also not exactly clear. But that's what happened. And let's see. And on the 18th of January, there is at the southern city of Dair. So Dair is this city, you know, so far away from you know, the action, that the amount of policing and security control over this city is very, very poor. There's a lot of crimes and killings within this city. It's like the Gotham City of Syria at this moment. And there was an explosion reported at Dair, where government officers and civilians were killed, due to this explosive device. It's unknown who actually planted this attack. So this is a thing, but probably I can kind of attribute it to ISIS, I guess, since this kind of random things probably is something to do with the ISIS. So anyway, this is just a quick report over in Syria. There's still a lot more things to talk about, to cover. I will cover it in other videos, but this is actually this is the part of the video where we talked about the ISIS counterattack in Syria against the SDF, the Kurds, and also the Syrian government forces. And I'll see you in the next update.